Cool. So this is my Meteor 350. It's a 2022 model. I purchased the 2022 because they were on sale for $4,000. And believe it or not, this model year comes with something special that most 23s don't come with. So cool thing is it's fuel injected versus, carbureted Chinese bikes. This little module thing right here that looks like a digital dash. I guess it kind of looks like a clock. It's actually a tripper navigation. It gives you turn-by-turn directions. So when you download the app and you connect this via Bluetooth, you can actually use it as navigation. I guess we'll show you the speedometer real quick. So I have almost 700 miles, so 677.9. And it's been a phenomenal bike. Actually, let's start it up so you guys can hear it. This is a 350cc single-cylinder bike. It's not the fastest bike. It only produces, I believe, 20 horsepower. But I'm going to tell you why I believe that's enough. So this bike has a top speed of 75 miles per hour. And you can get this bike to 75 miles per hour relatively, I don't want to say easy, but it's really not the hardest thing. And it's electronically governed at 75 miles per hour. So you're not really straining the engine. You're just not able to go any faster than that. So I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'1", 230 pounds. I've put on some weight since riding these Chinese things. And I can easily get this bike to cruise at about 60 to 65 miles per hour with ease. Now getting from 65 to 70 does take a little bit of time, but this bike will hold 70 on the freeway. Where I live, it's about 30 miles of freeway to Las Vegas, and this bike will do it. I've only done it once, but I did it comfortably. Now I was in the far right lane because once you hit 70, it is painfully slow to 75 miles per hour. But it will hold it because, again, it's limited to 75 miles per hour by the ECU. It's not, the engine's not straining. It's just limited. So the reason I bought a Royal Enfield was my buddy, he bought an Indian as his first bike, an Indian Scout, and I don't have Indian Scout money. So, but when he bought it, I was just, amazed by the bike. It was beautiful. And, he told me he was paying a pretty penny for it. And I couldn't afford, an Indian Scout, to be honest with you. I could afford it, but I'm not going to put my hard-earned money like that towards a toy. I got 3 kids here. There's more important things I can, purchase than motorcycles for $15,000. So this thing cost me $5,200, and it's fantastic. I bought this bike, and I was comparing it to other bikes that I was considering, those being the Rebel 300, and I actually compared it to another Royal Enfield, which is the Interceptor 650. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a couple years since I've really ridden a bike, even though I, have this thing in my garage. I just haven't had the time or really the want to ride this bike. It's painfully slow, this one over here. It is very hard to get this bike to 60 miles per hour, and at that point, you're vibrating pretty good. Now this one here, easy. Again, easy to get to 65. It's a single cylinder, just like this one, but it's counterbalanced and it's smooth as butter. So I bought this bike. I got a great deal. It was on, sale. And again, I put almost 700 miles on it, and they've been flawless miles. I try to ride this bike at least once a week. It's pretty hot out here in Nevada right now. Although this is the time most people are riding. I really don't want to ride at 117 degrees. So when it's that hot, it just sits in here. But when it's, mid hundreds, like 105, well, that sounds pretty miserable too. I do ride this quite a bit. I love this bike. It's a fantastic bike. And I highly recommend, if you are like me and you kind of got off of bikes for a while, you kind of lost your taste, check out one of these Meteors if you just want to kind of get back on the road and you don't need anything very powerful. For me, most of my riding is in town, And on average, my average speed's maybe 40, 45 miles per hour. And this bike will easily do that all day. This thing will do 60, 65 miles per hour all day. All day. So this is exactly what I needed. And again, it's affordable. You know, that's the number one thing for me was that price point. So, yeah, great bike. Comparing this to the Ghost Chopper, there is no comparison. This is still a pretty cool bike. It still works. But just to kind of show you guys, I haven't really been riding it much. I think I have 300 miles on it. Yeah, so not many. I've only had this since February, and I have almost 700 miles. So it kind of shows you which one I prefer. And I've had this one for years. It's mostly just sat in my garage. And yeah, so yeah, guys, I think I'm going to do a few more videos on the Royal Enfield Meteor. I plan on getting another bike after this too. I'm going to sell this little Ghost Chopper eventually. I'm going to teach my wife how to ride first. Right now she's recovering from a surgery she had on her shoulder. Once she's all spun up, I want to get her on the road with something like this. I don't know if she wants this bike. Sounds like she wants to move up to a Rebel 300 or 500. And I'm still going to keep this bike, but I do plan on getting something else that's just a little bit more capable in the future. But I'm just not in a rush. Just to give you guys an idea what that might be. It's probably either going to be an Interceptor 650, which I sat on one. It was phenomenal. I was just a little intimidated getting back on a bike. Or it's going to be, I'm thinking about a CSC RX-4. So that is another Chinese bike, but they're obviously completely different quality than the Venom crap over there. And it's not crap, I shouldn't say that. The Venom starter bikes over there. That thing still runs after, sitting in the garage for 4 years. But it's just the quality between that bike and the Royal Enfield here is just, you can't compare it. So let me know if you guys want me to do any more videos on this. If you want me to just kind of do, moto vlogs. I've been wanting to do stuff like that. And I know I said I was going to do it with these Chinese bikes, but just too vibey, man. This is much easier to do. Moto vlogs on. If you guys have questions about this bike, I might be able to answer. Obviously the main questions you're going to get is, can this go on the highways? The answer is yes, you can go on the highways. Just be in the right lane and you'll be fine. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Sorry for the awkward pause. I heard some tapping and I think it was my kid at the door. So anyway, that's all I got for this bike. Good bike, fantastic. And yeah, if you guys want more videos, let me know and we'll come up with some stuff. All right, thanks.